Hey, back with you with another daily gratitude quote. This one from Winston Churchill. You probably know this one. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Very famous quote from him. Love that one. It's about the journey. You know what? There is no end point to anything. It's just a continual journey. So whether you're talking about your business or something in your personal life, there's no such thing as, so I'm a success now, so I'm okay, you know? There's no such thing as, oh, I've bombed this and I can't do this. You know, that no. It's whatever you choose to do and to keep doing. And you know what? There are always going to be ups and downs to everything. Some things you're going to do well, some things not so well. You learn from those and you're better next time. The things that go well, celebrate, enjoy, and do more of, it's, you can't see anything as being driven by an endpoint. It's got to be just, what do I want more of in my life and what do I want less of, and move toward those things. Move toward more of the things you want and less of the things you don't want. And keep it in mind. And when you feel like you failed at something, just remember, hey, that's just letting me know that that's not for me. Do it a different way. You know what? Maybe it was the wrong thing. Maybe it was the wrong way to do the thing, whatever. But if there's something that you want, find another way to do it. Get creative. Just because somebody does something one way doesn't mean that you have to follow suit. You're different. I see a lot of people come in for, trying to get their business to be more successful because they usually have a hard time with something. It usually has to do with calling people. A lot of my clients have been in that boat. And we get them out of that quickly. Within just a few sessions, they're good. And I actually had one guy who he was looking to go to prison if he didn't, cough up a bunch of money really quickly. And he had 5 different businesses going, just trying desperately to make this money. And we did 3 sessions. And then he left, and I didn't hear from him for probably at least a year. And then I was kind of afraid to contact him if he had to go to prison. I didn't want to, have him have to tell me that, right? But I thought about him all the time. And he called me one day. I was on the road and he called me and he told me that, you know what, after getting over that one little block that went back to, something as, dad had been telling him, when he was a kid, that just, put this idea in his head, this programming in his head that, certain people were going to be hard for him to talk to, that he couldn't talk to them. He was beneath them somehow. And once we reprogrammed that, no problem. He said he went on to make over $100,000 that year, and so way more than he needed, and he didn't have to go to prison, so it was good. His 2 sons were working in his business with him. I got him. First thing I told him to do was get rid of 4 of the 5 businesses, focus on one, and he did that. And his sons came in with him, his 2 adult sons, and they've been working with him. And he said he became the number 1. He's in insurance. He became the number 1 salesperson in all of New Mexico where he worked. And that year when he called me, he said he was he was in a position to get a big deal. If it went through, he was going to wind up with $1 million commission. Now, I didn't hear from him after that. I don't know if he got it. I hope he did. But either way, I mean, he was in an amazingly different position than he had been before. And, it wasn't like he wasn't trying to make, this business go before. He was working so hard, So it's all about, just finding, okay, if you really want this, what do you have to do differently to make it go? Don't see it as a failure. Oh, well, I didn't get it done, so, I'm no good at this. There may be just something little that you could change that would make you a huge success at this. So don't forget about this guy that I told you about. He told me I could use it. He said, use me as an example. That it's only 3 sessions and he changed entirely. So, I mean, sometimes one little thing that's just programmed wrong in your head can mean the difference between, success and failure at something that, that turns it around, from failure to success. And you can keep moving forward from there, So, don't forget that. And just make sure that, if there's something you want and you feel like you've been a failure at it, don't accept that. I mean, get some help, reach out to people that could help you, change things up in that head of yours a little bit, so that you can really see, hey, is this really something I need to change, or completely, or change a little bit, or do I just need to get out of my own way? So, be grateful for the successes that you have, while understanding that, there's always ebb and flow, right? So even the most successful business is gonna have some downtime. And can you weather those ups and downs well? That's the thing. We have to do that in our personal lives too. We have to be able to roll with the punches, right? And when you do roll with those punches, sometimes it means changing things up a bit. And I actually know quite a few people who've been changing things up with both their personal lives and their businesses during this time, that has been really good for them and that they've really enjoyed. And so, something that looked like it might have been failure has been turning into success, more so than they even thought. Make the changes that you want to get more of what you want in your life. And if you find that there's some kind of block that you've got to moving forward, there are people like me that help with that. I mean, that's why we're here. So, it probably is extremely easy to get past that block that you have. So don't let things like that get in your way. Failure is not fatal. And, remember, that's just lessons learned, and be grateful for those lessons learned. They help make things better on the other end. So, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.